Welcome to another strategy guide. It is Tuesday, and you know what that means? It is qualifying for this week's GP event. Hope you are doing well. Make sure to hit the like button. The like button shows me how many of you are enjoying these tips and these strategies. Gives me a good valuation of how I'm doing as well. So here we are at another GP. They come around pretty quick, don't they? And we've got the USA, so the Circuit of the Americas, United States Grand Prix. Hopefully you're all looking forward to that one. But in the F1 Clash world, we've got some boosts and some parts that we've got to take into account this week. So, who is it? Well, you can see if you've been paying attention, we have Sergio Perez. 10% boost this week, and some say he will still not catch Max Verstappen. But let's wait and see. The jury is still out on that one. Okay, so we've got Sergio Perez. Make sure to check the rare because he could be better than the epic. I don't feel Perez is a very strong card myself, but he might be a pretty good level for you. We've also got Wildcore and Avalanche. So Wildcore is an okay enough part with avalanches as well. So do add them to your car. Your 10% increase will not mean that your team score will go up. So that will be a very good option. So let's take a look at our qualifying tracks and then we can get into whether or not you are going to be liking the strategies. Let's have a look what these tracks are. And it'll be no surprise to see Austin twice. So if you dislike Austin, then you're going to dislike this GP because we've got Austin a matter of 6 times if you make it all the way through to final round, and with some different weather along the way. But firstly, we're focusing on qualifying. So we've got Austin, 7 laps in the dry, relatively low temperature, so that's not going to hurt us on tyre management. It's the tracks of 7 laps. We've got Zandvoort next for race number 2. No extreme weather, no hot temperatures. Should be a fairly standard one stop. Race 3 comes from Bahrain. And you might think this is a normal Bahrain, but it's got a massive difference. It is wet. We have never had a wet Bahrain. I don't think ever in F1 Clash. I could be wrong, but a shake of the dice, they've mixed it up. Bahrain 100% wet is an absolute guess. I'm going to look through some videos, find out what the tyres can do, and guess and hope that it helps you. One for the learning books, absolutely Bahrain. And then we finish off with Austin again. So, as always, strategy will be covered in all these. Make sure to come back on Friday. That's when we release the opening round and final round strategies. And fingers crossed you can go and get some juicy prizes, which at the minute haven't revealed anything great. So let's get into your qualifying guide from this week's Circuit of the Americas United States GP. Hit the like button, show me that you care, and let's crack on. So here it is then in all of its glory, your strategy guide for qualifying. And make sure to take a screenshot and also listen to this as well, because you want to know why we are using what we are using, not just simply use the tyres and boosts. So here we go. We have got first up Austin. Now Austin is pretty much best used as a one-stop race. 2-stop is pretty slow, even though you can use the faster tyres. But in this case, it's going to be a one-stop all round for all driver positions. We're going to be doing a 3 soft 4 medium and a 4 medium 3 soft. You will notice the boost differences. Merlion, Kawhi, Merlion, Cuppa at the front. Obviously, if you don't need the race start boost. If you do need the race start boost, Cuppa and Prince giving you race start, giving you blocking, giving you some cornering and overtaking in there as well. If you can't do 3 soft, 4 medium, think about doing 4 medium, free soft or free medium, or you can do a free medium for hard. So basically replacing the soft with the medium with the hard. Easy, right? Exactly. So race number 2 in qualifying sees us also do the trend of the one stop. It's Zandvoort with 2 O's, but I've missed one off. But we are doing the same. 3 soft, 4 medium. Your car and drivers should be no problem doing that. And Merlion Kauai are the 2 boosts, with Cupper and Prince if you are starting from P13 to P24. Trying to give you a bit quicker pit time, because really laps 3, 4 and 5 is going to be the key pit stop laps. So ideally wanting to get you out as quick as we can. But always a 1 stop round these tracks. No chance doing a 2 stop round Zandvoort. It just does not work. Conserve on the straight is so you can get some power unit and really attack through that middle section of the track. So, race number 3. And this is probably the biggest shock for everybody out there who's seen the track list already. If you haven't, then your eyes are not going funny. We have Bahrain. But what do we have about Bahrain? It's in the wet. Now, some of you, going back maybe 2-3 years, possibly would have done Bahrain in the wet. This has not been seen in the last 2 years, that Bahrain is wet. This is a complete learning curve for all of us. So really, it comes down to guesswork on the strategy. I've gone back in Jules, and mostly it is 3 to 4 wets on your strategy. There is the odd driver that can do 3 to 5, but just like Australia, I imagine it's impossible to try and get the 5. So we are going to stick to the 4 wet, 4 wet. We're going to use this as a testing, as a learning zone, and we're going to see if this is any good. It could be that the field split, front half lap 5, back lap 4, but we've got to take the risk. We can't do a 5-3, we can't do a 3-5. It's 4 wet, 4 wet. So use one driver to push in the first stint, create the gap, then push back on the second. Merlion and Kauai from the front, Kauai and Cupper from the back. It's going to be a tough one, but we're going to find out the hard way, that is for sure. And then race 4 is Austin again. We've already been through that one, so no need to go through again. So, good luck in your qualifying session. Go and smash it. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and, as always, link below. There's a link to my Discord. Jump in there, say hello, and hopefully we can improve your F1 Clash experience.